I know I've been gone for a long time. I think it's going to be 5 days in just a while, but I'm back now. I've been really busy. I haven't been home at all, and yeah, but now I'm back, and I'm pretty much back with the daily uploads. I still could miss some days, but most of the time there will be daily uploads. But the we have been asking for some kind of response for Sledgehammer Games for the weapon balancing issues and everything else. Not necessarily for the weapon balancing issues, but the just the regular issues which are in the game at the moment, because there hasn't been any communication from Sledgehammer Games to us, the players who play the game. And finally, I think it was yesterday, Michael Condrey, no, it was 2 days ago, Michael Condrey posted a Reddit post on the World War II subreddit, and it's just really stupid in my opinion. I don't like I don't like well, actually, I only like one thing in this post, and or two things. Like the first thing, of course, being that I like that they are actually telling us something now, but and the second one is the FG42. But yeah, let's start with the Car 98K. So Condrey says it's currently set up to be the second most damaging sniper to Springfield by a small margin, but also the quickest time weapon in the class, or quickest scoping time weapon in the class. We are considering an ADS in time nerf. So I'm not a huge sniper, but I can tell that this is not a good idea, as I think it's like 334 milliseconds to aim down sights with the Car 98K, and it's 400 milliseconds with everything else. And I can understand that they want to make it more in line with the other sniper rifles, but I don't think that's just necessary, because I think that every sniper has one thing going for them what that makes them unique. Like, let's say the Springfield M1903, it is a heavy sniper and it has a massive one-shot, 1 kill area. The Carabin is a semi-auto rifle, and the Lee Enfield is just like meh, whatever. But the Car 98K had the aiming down sights. It was a little bit quicker, so it was its thing, and now it's not going to be its thing probably. So we are just going to hop into Springfield M1903 now, of course. But I don't know. I think Car was alright with that. I know every single joke like Car is the best shotgun in the game, and there's no aim assist until you scope in. So I don't know why people are complaining about abusing aim assist. The next one is the FG42. He says, did we go too far with the last fire rate nerf? I say yes. They say maybe. It's a great weapon that we want to have as a viable option with the other ARs and SMGs. Might need to find a median between where it was and where it is now. So I think they nerfed it like 15%. Its fire rate got nerfed of like 15%, which is huge. It's probably the biggest fire rate nerf I've ever seen. And it's like FG42 is like a Man of War from Black Ops 3, but just worse. And I think it needs a little bit of a buff for its fire rate, and I think just a tiny bit of a buff to its recoil, to make it more manageable. I know it's mostly vertical, but it just kicks way too much for it to be effective at those long range gunfights where it's supposed to be. Next one. This is going to trigger me a lot, as I'm a huge fan of this, and well, I'll rant a little bit later. M1 Garand. Some sentiment of it being OP is mostly coming because of the kill potential at close range. The difficulty of the weapon lies in its recoil when shot rapidly down range, but you don't really feel the recoil when firing at close range due to recoil affecting range fights and more consistent aim assist at closer ranges. May need to adjust fire rate, pull up time, and or reload time. Can you tell me one public player who has complained about the M1 Garand? Because I haven't heard anyone from public gaming um, not considering, but demanding an M1 Garand nerf. This is just because of public players, not public players. Oh, come on, speak, talk, Harry, talk, Harry. I mean pro players, because the pro players, they first of all they wanted an STG-44 nerf. Bam, it got nerfed. Then when the game launched, everyone hopped into bar hate train, including me. Bam, they hit bar like 3 times. Then because of bar getting nerfed, it was the FG-42, which was pretty much the best rifle. So bam, double nerf to FG-42, and what's left? There's not much left. So M1 Garand is the next best assault rifle, and pro players are whining about that because pro players want this game to be SMG heavy, and its ARs are actually pretty good in this game. So they make Sledgehammer nerf every single fucking assault rifle or rifle in this game, to the point that SMGs are beating every single rifle like in every aspect of the game, and that just sucks. And I don't see any problem with the M1 Garand at the moment. It's a marksman rifle, it's a semi-auto rifle, it has 8 rounds in the magazine, 12 if you put an extended magazine. Yes, it's really deadly if you can hit those 2 shots. But if you miss even one shot, your time to kill is just pitifully slow, and it's a high risk, high reward weapon. And if pro players cannot beat a semi-auto rifle at close range with their STGs or bar or FG-42s, which are automatic, if they can't beat a semi-auto rifle which has 8 rounds in the magazine from close range, and they can't beat it, then they are not pros at me, because holy shit. But alright. And the final thing is the STG-44. Michael Condry says, I love this weapon, and it's such an iconic World War II assault rifle. It's pretty versatile too, but it may need a slight buff to make it competitive with the Bar, Garand, and FG-42 if we buff as noted above, and viable against some of the most used SMGs. So they are not saying which kind of buff they are considering to the STG, but I don't think STG actually needs its nerf or a buff. I think it's perfectly fine where it's at right now, because it's the ICR-1, the M27-ish assault rifle, NV4 type of assault rifle, which doesn't have the best time to kill, but it's very accurate. So it's easier for you to hit your shots at longer ranges. I just hope that they don't buff it too much if they buff, but I think this whole thing is pretty much a joke, and I just the most annoying thing is the M1 Garand possible nerf, because and just pro players, in my opinion, are just ruining this game even more, and they are not playing even the same game as we are. They have all of these different rule sets and everything else, and Sledgehammer makes weapon buffs, weapon nerfs in public games because of pro players. Because we all know that the 1% of the people who play this game are so important, even though we public players made these developers multi-billionaires. I just don't agree with this post. The only thing is that the FG-42 is needing a little bit of a buff, not too much, but I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys once again very much for watching, and I'm going to be back tomorrow or probably even today for more of these daily uploads. I know I've been lacking lately, but it's just been the holiday season and my school is starting tomorrow. So yeah, I'm trying to pick it up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.